I used to encounter a mirror. It wasn't like the one in the bathroom or in the stores. This mirror was not glass. It was quiet, invisible, and yet I encountered it every day. Each time I gazed at it, I didn't see myself. I saw someone better, taller, lighter, wiser, someone who lived the life that I thought that I should have. The mirror did not lie, really, but it did not tell the truth either. I used to think that it was healthy. It made me work harder, to dress up better, to feel more confident, to be more like the people I aspired to be. But the more I looked into it, the smaller I became. Whenever I looked at myself and compared, I lost a piece of myself. My laughter became quieter, my words shorter, my dreams more distant. The mirror wasn't reflecting more of me, it was trimming me down. It followed me everywhere. When I scrolled on my phone, it was waiting. When I walked into a room, it was waiting. When I was awake at night, it stood in the corner silently reminding me of who I wasn't. And the worst part, I believed it. I believed I wasn't enough. I believed I was always behind. I believed everyone else had something I was missing. One day, I stood longer than usual in front of it. I was exhausted, weary, really, and I dared the mirror with a question I had never had the courage to ask before. Why? Why do you always show me them? Why never me? The mirror said nothing, but ever so slowly, something shifted. The reflection shifted. Not strangers, but moments. Tiny, fragile pieces of my own life. I saw myself helping a friend late at night when no one else could find out. I saw myself laughing so hard that I cried. I found myself sitting quietly with someone who needed a friend, never uttering a sound. The mirror showed no followers or awards or money. It showed the kind of things that never make the headlines but fill a life. And for the first time, I realized maybe the mirror wasn't my enemy. Maybe it was just waiting for me to see differently. But it wasn't that easy. The comparisons came again the following day. The mirror showed me individuals living dreams I had not even had the courage to start. It showed me the gap between who I was and who I thought I supposed to be. And once more, I felt tiny. That is the nature of comparison. It never leaves forever. It conceals, waits, and returns when you do not expect it. I once thought the answer was breaking the mirror, shattering it, never glancing once more. But I've learned something softer, something quieter. You don't have to shatter the mirror. You just need to stop believing it's the whole truth, because comparison shows only half the story. It shows the highlight, not the struggle. It shows the outcome, not the years of invisible effort. It shows the surface, not the soul. And now I glance at the mirror and I hesitate. I give myself the pang. I don't disown it, but I pose myself a different question. What is mine? What are the small, unglamorous things that are worth holding on to? The minute victories no one sees, the courtesy no one applauds, the passage that feels unobserved until you stop and look back. Those are more valuable than the mirror ever made me aware of. There's one moment I come back to over and over. It was raining. I was walking home, feeling as if I lagged behind everyone by miles, and then I saw someone else held an umbrella by a stranger. Just quietly, no attention, no recognition. It was such a small thing, and yet it stayed, because that's the life I want to lead. Not one calibrated in mirrors, but one calibrated in moments that count. Sometimes I still get lost. Sometimes I still look too long into the glass. Sometimes I still want to be further ahead or different or more. But then I remember the mirror does not know me. It does not know the nights I persisted when it would have been easier to stop. It does not know the ways that I have learned quietly. No one clapping. It does not know the love that I have shared even if no one noticed. And it does not know the love that I yet must share. Comparison will always whisper, but now I try to whisper back. I remind myself that worth isn't compared side by side. It's not a competition or a graph or a roster. It's not something you establish for someone else. Worth is more subtle than that. It's in the laughter you share. It's in the mistakes you survive. It's in the way you keep showing up even when you feel invisible. So if you've been staring into your own mirror of comparison, I want to say this. You are not what the mirror tells you. You are not in the back. You are not smaller. You are becoming. You are growing. You are carrying things no mirror could ever reflect. And somewhere inside of you, there are stories and dreams and strengths that no one else could ever copy. That is yours, only yours. The mirror of comparison will always exist, but you don't have to let it define you. One day you'll look into it, and instead of seeing someone else's life, you'll see your own and realize it was worth living all along.